Our world, Runeterra, is teeming with life in all its wondrous forms. Yet, shadows dance at the edges of this vibrant existence, whispers of a darker reality. Today, we delve into the heart of one such shadow, the Shadow Isles. Deep within the world of Runeterra, shrouded in an everlasting twilight, lies a desolate archipelago known as the Shadow Isles. Here, the veil between life and death has been torn asunder. But before we explore the full extent of the Isle's influence and the monstrous entities it empowers, we must first turn our attention to a specific inhabitant, a creature who embodies the very essence of the Shadow Isle's torment. This is the tale of Thresh, the Chain Warden. To understand Thresh, we must delve into the history of this blighted realm, for it is within the crucible of the Ruination that his dark form was forged. Millions of years ago, these very islands erupted from the depths, a chain of emerald beauty, christened the Blessed Isles. These verdant shores became home to a flourishing human civilization. These enlightened scholars, devoted to unraveling the world's mysteries, thrived in this haven of knowledge. But fate, as it often does, intervened. Curious scholars from Ionia, a distant land, arrived, drawn by the enigmatic mist that shrouded the isles. Permitted to stay, they built a vault to study the mist's properties, hoping to unlock its secrets. Little did they know, their research would have unforeseen consequences. A hidden observer, a figure shrouded in shadows, watched their every move. The seeds of future tragedy were being sown, even in this time of apparent peace. The story of the Shadow Isles is a testament to the destructive power of unchecked ambition and the monstrous entities it can create. One such entity is Thresh, but before he became the Chain Warden, he bore a different name, Grael. Deep within the bustling city of Helia, amidst the esteemed scholars and aspiring mages, resided a young man named Grael. Ambitious and determined, Grael dreamt of achieving greatness, of one day being counted among the esteemed masters who guided the city's arcane pursuits. However, fate, it seemed, had other plans. Grael's ambitions were met with a different reality. Instead of the illustrious title he craved, he was assigned the role of Warden of Thresholds, tasked with the seemingly mundane duty of guarding a hidden vault beneath the city. This vault housed a vast collection of dangerous and enigmatic artifacts, each locked away for the safety of the world. While disappointed, Grael, ever the pragmatist, channeled his energy into excelling at his assigned duty. He meticulously documented and categorized the artifacts within the vault, his strong will and methodical mind well suited to the task. But beneath this diligent exterior, a darkness lurked. Grael's brethren whispered of his cruelty, a chilling undercurrent to his otherwise dutiful demeanor. Shunned by many, Grael found himself increasingly isolated within the vault's cold, echoing halls. His resentment festered, fueled by the perceived lack of recognition he so desperately craved. Years passed, marked by the rhythmic creak of the vault door, and Grael's solitary steps. He witnessed firsthand the dangers of the artifacts, the havoc unleashed by careless handling. This further fueled his conviction for a more comprehensive documentation system, a meticulous record that could prevent future tragedies. He began with a nameless tome, a malevolent artifact said to whisper one's darkest thoughts. Grael scoffed at the vague descriptions in the existing records. Darkest thoughts, he scoffed. Precision is crucial. He embarked on a personal crusade to categorize every object, to map the radius and intensity of their effect. But his zealous efforts met resistance. His superior, the head warden Rastafir, seemed unmoved by Grael's proposals. Grael, consumed by suspicion, came to believe Rastafir coveted his work. In a tragic twist of fate, Grael decided to take matters into his own hands, with the intention of using another powerful artifact to nudge the Warden's thinking into a safer direction. The details remain shrouded in shadow, but it is believed Rastafir perished, likely a casualty of Grael's drastic measures. The whispers of the nameless tome, the isolation, the festering resentment, these may have all played a role in Grael's descent into darkness. The once ambitious Warden was on a path of no return, a path that would lead to his transformation into the horrifying entity we now know as Thresh. The precise details of what transpired next remain shrouded in the mists of time. However, we know that Grael's path intertwined with another tragic figure, Viego, the Ruined King. Together, they ventured towards a legendary location, the fabled Waters of Life. This event, known as the Ruination, unleashed a cataclysmic chain reaction. A malevolent black mist, a tangible manifestation of death and despair, erupted from the heart of the Blessed Isles. The once verdant paradise twisted and contorted under the mist's corrupting touch, becoming the desolate realm we now know as the Shadow Isles. This clinging miasma became a prison for souls, a snare that trapped any living being unfortunate enough to encounter it. Only the most powerful spirits, those clinging to their identities and desires, could resist its chilling embrace. The once ambitious Grael, forever tainted by the events that unfolded, was on the precipice of a horrifying transformation. The full story of the Ruination, its devastating consequences, and the rise of countless monstrous entities will be explored in a future episode. For now, however, we turn our focus to the chilling transformation of Grael himself, the birth of Thresh, the Chain Warden. The Black Mist, a shroud of despair unleashed by the Ruination, claimed countless souls, but unlike others who succumbed to its chilling embrace, Grael reveled in his transformation. He emerged not as a tormented spirit, but as a spectral monstrosity. Thresh reveled in his newfound power, in his freedom from the shackles of mortality. He embraced the opportunity to torment others, to inflict suffering without fear of consequence. Over the centuries that followed, his spectral form twisted and contorted, becoming a grotesque reflection of his malice. As Thresh explored the ruins of a once proud city of Helya, he discovered a chilling truth. Most spirits trapped within the Black Mist had become mere wisps, their personalities and memories fractured. Thresh, however, was different. His power grew stronger with each passing year, his sadistic mind ever sharpening. Within a grand, ruined castle he claimed as his own, a disturbing sanctum, Thresh reveled in his cruelty. Driven by a deep-seated spite, he preyed upon those unfortunate souls who found themselves within the Shadow Isles. He reveled in their suffering, in breaking them piece by piece. No matter how strong their spirit, no matter how unwavering their faith, Thresh took a perverse joy in unraveling each victim. He reveled in learning their deepest fears, in exploiting their vulnerabilities. He toyed with them, cat playing with a cornered mouse. until their lives lay in ruins. Only when their spirits were utterly broken, their hope extinguished, did Thresh finally claim them. His cursed chains, instruments of his sadistic will, dragged them into his eternal grasp, condemning them to share his dark existence. Even death offers no solace, for Thresh possesses a final cruelty. He tears the souls from his victims, imprisoning them within his accursed lantern. These unfortunate spirits become unwilling observers of Thresh's depredations, forever trapped in his spectral domain. Only one soul, so the whispers go, has ever managed to escape Thresh's clutches, but that tale perhaps is best reserved for another day.